Anna Tabor and welcome to a brand new video hop with Altenew. Today's theme is anything goes. And guess what? When you give me anything goes, I will come up with something pretty unexpected and a little bit crazy. Now, why do I say that? Well, and how did I come up with today's idea? So I was thinking the other day, what is it that we are using in our kitchens or household items that we can actually use in our crafts? Well, I thought about something. We use parchment paper for wax seals. You've seen me do that many times. We use paper towels, of course, especially when we are watercoloring. Then we use press and seals for our die cuts. That's okay, and we love those. Then we use saran wrap when we are creating some patterns on our paper. And then there's one thing left. Only one thing is left there, and that is aluminum foil. Now, oh boy, do we ever use aluminum foil in our crafts? Well, I have never seen anyone do that. And today we are gonna play with aluminum foil. Yes, I'm saying aluminum because it is aluminum and not aluminum. So yes, I said that right and you heard it right and correct. And let's get going. So for this particular design, I used heavy duty regular aluminum foil. This is the one that you have you can buy at the grocery store. It's really nothing too special. It's just a regular foil. I'm pretty sure you have this in your kitchen. So that's what we're gonna use. Then I already pre-cut my paper. We're gonna make 2 cards. They're gonna be 5 by 5. These are panels that are cut to 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and this is Nina 110-pound cardstock. Then I cut my foil to just slightly bigger, and I'll show you the reason why. Here are my card bases. We have some envelopes here. I'm gonna put those on the side, and I picked 2 cool embossing folders. This one is Magnolia Ballerina, and this one also comes with a full set. What does that mean? There's a stamp set, there's a die set, and there's stencils also that coordinates with this particular embossing folder. And this one is called Crystal Wall, and I just love the pattern of this, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna create an awesome design. And before we move into creating and embossing anything, the first step, and this is, I should say, the most important step, is to actually attach the foil to your card panel. And this is why it's important for your foil to be slightly bigger than your actual panel. That is because you want to glue it from the inside, or technically the back of your card panel. That way the glue will not show on your card, and it will look way better and much more polished. Once you've done that, you're gonna grab your wrapped cardstock, put it in your embossing folder, and just emboss. And this is how my embossing panels turned out. I simply used my Platinum 8 machine for embossing, and look at that detail. I really like how this turned out. And now we are going to take these panels and turn them into cards. For this card, I am going to use this phenomenal little stamp set. Now, this stamp set is old. It is from 2016, and I am not sure if you can still find this stamp set. I'm not sure if Altenew discontinued it. If this stamp set is available, I will definitely list it below in the description so you can find it. Next, I have coordinating dies, of course, that I'm going to use. And I have my wax seal electric melting tool here. What I am going to do, of course, you know that I'm going to melt some wax some melt. Yeah, silly me. I'm going to use these red beads so they can melt while I am working on my sentiments and everything else. And what I am going to use is this awesome wax seal stamp from Altenew. And that is the reason why I'm using Happy Mail stamp set. Next, I'm using Altenew permanent black ink to stamp my image and my sentiment. And then I'm just simply going to put it through my mini blossom die cutting machine, this little beauty from Altenew. And then I am going to continue with my wax seals. I have this little tiny silicone mat that it's perfect for small projects like this. Just gonna stamp this, leave it aside to dry. And I just realized that my little stamp there does not have those little lines that I wanted. So I'm just gonna add little something to this, just that little extra red detail. And then we are going to move to assembly. And the first thing is, of course, gluing your panel to the card base. Always use the very generous amount of glue just to be safe. These are so dimensional and can be heavy. You want to be safe. I am next going to attach my wax seal, and if your wax seals are not going to hold with glue, you can add a little dab of that leftover wax and that'll help. Next, I'm going to add just a little bit of that shine to my wax seal. No, this is not an eyeshadow. It's meant for wax seals. And that is it. My first card is done. Now, what are we going to do with this particular card? So I'm going to show you a little trick. We're going to add some color to this, and for that, I am using mixed media ink from Altenew. This is something that you definitely want to have, and the only thing that would actually work if you want to color your foil. Now, I am not sure if that is probably has to do something with the actual properties of mixed media ink. I tried doing dye inks, but dye inks do not stick and they will not stay on the foil. Now, how are we going to color this? Well, there's several ways that you can do it. Altenew has these phenomenal little detail brushes, and they would work perfect with this type of coloring. Now, I do not want to use these on my on this because I use my little brushes for something else. But what works are actually Q-tips. I have a bunch of them. We're just going to simply apply color directly to this, and you are going to need a heat gun to literally like bake that color into the foil. Don't worry about it. You can't burn it because guess what? Foil is designed for heat. Let's get going. So what I am going to do is get my Arctic color here. I love this color. It's so beautiful. And I am just going to apply that ink directly to my flower here. That's all you want to do. And I'm just gonna dab that color on my flower. So guys, here comes another tip that I wanted to tell you. So if your color seems to be a little bit lighter than expected, all you have to do is add a little bit more pigment like I am doing here with Caribbean Sky. Now this is a little bit darker color, and if you want to add more pigment, make sure to dry your ink before you add that pigment. Otherwise, it's simply not going to stick. Apply heat one more time, and this time heat it up until all of it is completely dried. All right, and that is done. Look how beautiful that looks. I love this. Absolutely love it. So elegant and shiny. Next, what I'm gonna do is add this to my card base. That ink is all nice and dry. That's why these multi-medium inks work so well. I love that. Next thing, what I am going to do, of course, we cannot go without wax seals. For this, I am going to use this beautiful wax seal from Altenew. Have already melted my yellow wax here. Oh, it's so pretty. Absolutely beautiful. Just like so, and simply stamp. I'm gonna let that cool down for just a few seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, and my wax seal is so beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I love, 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 love it. Next thing, I'm gonna do the same as I did with my previous wax, is just use that little bit of silver so it'll match my card. Isn't that pretty? Ah, love it. I love the detail of this stamp. Next, I am going to just glue my little wax seal. It's absolutely perfect. And here is my card to match this awesome envelope. And that is all for today. We made two completely different yet fun cards using aluminum foil that I'm pretty sure you have in your kitchen. And what I also wanted to show you is that I made this card as well using the same technique. This is Oriental Poppy, and it is super cool. Just wanted to share that with you. You can make a lot of cool designs, and possibilities are endless. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hop along, because there's always some phenomenal goodies that Altenew is giving away. Thank you all so much again, and thank you Altenew, and see you soon with another video. Bye!